Welcome to Hustle Mesh. So this channel was practically dead. However, for the past couple of months, I've been exploring to make short films using AI. Also, I tried different trends in YouTube, which is like the Ghibli-style videos, renovation videos, etc. And in few of the videos, I got the comment and people were asking how to make these videos. So I thought, why not make a tutorial on that video? And hence this video. So in this specific video, as the title indicated, we'll see how to make the Ghibli-style videos. So this will be mostly an extensive video. I hope this will not end up as a half-baked tutorial video. So in this video, I'll specifically share my exact workflow and we'll also see a few of the tips or tricks which I use. So without further ado, let's roll on that intro and let's get into the screen share mode.
Ghibli-style videos have been exploding on YouTube recently, and if you're wondering what Ghibli even means, it comes from Studio Ghibli, the animation studio behind those cozy, dreamy movies with nature, emotions, and a magical feel. Now, you can't just copy that style directly because of copyright, so what most creators do is make Ghibli-inspired videos, same warm vibe, but with their own original characters and stories. Let us quickly see the basic workflow behind most AI-generated long-form videos. First, everything starts in ChatGPT. You give it a simple idea and it turns that into a full story, including characters, scene breakdowns, image prompts, and animation prompts. Next, those image prompts go into Nano Banana Pro or any other AI image model. This is where your actual scenes are created as high-quality illustrations. Once the images are ready, we send them into video generation tools like Kling, Veo, or other AI video models to bring each scene to life with motion. After that, all the video clips are placed into a video editor, like Premiere Pro. Here we arrange the scenes, clean everything up, and add background music, and that's it. This simple pipeline is what powers most of the viral AI long-form videos you see today. Now let me show you the exact AI stack I personally use. For stories, characters, and short prompts, I use ChatGPT. This is where the entire video gets planned. For images, I use Nano Banana Pro inside Higgsfield to turn prompts into cinematic illustrations. To animate those images, I use Kling 2.6. For music and atmosphere, I use Suno. And finally, I edit everything in Adobe Premiere Pro. But here's the important part. This is my stack, not the only stack. You can swap almost any tool. Instead of ChatGPT, you can use other AI assistants like DeepSeek or Perplexity. Instead of Nano Banana, you can use Flux, Seedream, or any other image model. Instead of Kling, you can use other video generators. Instead of Suno, you can use copyright-free music. And instead of Premiere Pro, you can edit in CapCut or DaVinci Resolve. The tools don't matter nearly as much as the workflow. And one more thing, AI is moving insanely fast. New models and better tools are coming out almost every month. So getting stuck on one fixed AI stack is actually a mistake. What really matters is mastering the system, story, visuals, animation, music, and editing. Once you understand that flow, you can plug in any new AI tool that comes out and instantly level up your content. That's how you stay ahead in AI video creation. Let us proceed and make a Ghibli-style video. In YouTube, let us filter for channels for the keyword Ghibli-style. You can pick any channel. For now, let us pick the channel Ghibli-style ASMR. Visit the channel page and take a screenshot. Now you can provide this screenshot to ChatGPT and ask for video topic ideas, channel names, etc. In this example, I am using this prompt. The prompt can be even simpler. Make sure that you are asking for prompts for the characters. That is the main key here. ChatGPT has generated the results for us. If you scroll down, you'll find the prompts for each character. To keep things simple, I limited the number of characters to 4, so ChatGPT created 4 character prompts. Now, copy each prompt one by one and generate the character images. Once the images are ready, download them into a single folder. In my case, I created a folder called Video 1 and moved the files there from the Downloads folder. You can also rename the files with simple, clear names to make things easier. What you're seeing now on the screen is the follow-up prompt. There are a couple of important things to get right here. First, make sure you include the reference character image file names, and clearly instruct ChatGPT to use those files inside every image prompt to keep the characters consistent. The rest of the prompt is flexible. You can ask for more cozy moments, more nature, slower pacing, whatever vibe you want. In this example, I've asked for 20 shots. Most AI video models generate clips that are about 5 seconds long. So 20 shots becomes roughly 100 seconds, which is around 1.5 minutes. If you want a longer video, simply increase the number of shots. Also notice for animation prompt, I have asked to append the text, camera is fixed, no dialogue, no background music, only Foley sounds. Because for video output, we don't need any fancy camera movements or any loud noises in our video, as we are looking for calm and cozy vibe. I've pasted the follow-up prompt into ChatGPT in the previous tab. Now let's hit enter, and there we go. We've got the full shot breakdown along with both the image prompts and the animation prompts. From here, it's simple. Copy each image prompt into Nano Banana to generate the frame. Download the image, then upload it into Kling. After that, paste the corresponding animation prompt to turn that frame into a video clip. Repeat this shot by shot, and you'll have your full cinematic sequence ready. Let's walk through a quick example. Before moving ahead, it's also important to know how to edit images inside Nano Banana Pro. If you look back at the character images, you might feel that the mother looks a little older than you'd like. We can easily adjust that. Just hover over the mother's image in Higgsfield and click the reference option. This adds the image directly into the prompt field as a reference. Now you can type something simple like "make her younger" and hit generate. You'll get a younger version of the same character. You can repeat this process to make small improvements, like removing the cup from her hand or making the background plain. The idea is to gently refine, not completely redesign. Nano Banana Pro is great for quick fixes and cleanup, but don't overdo it. Too many edits will burn through credits and slow you down. And honestly, that level of perfection isn't necessary for great videos. Keep it simple and keep moving. In Nano Banana Pro, you can upload up to 14 reference images. In our case, we'll upload our 4 character images as references. After that, simply paste the image prompts one by one and click Generate. To keep things simple for this tutorial, let's start by generating the first 5 images. Personally, I recommend working in small batches, around 5 to 10 shots at a time. If you try to generate everything at once, it becomes harder to match each output image with its animation prompt, and organizing clips later in your video editor can get messy. Smaller batches keep everything clean, fast, and easy to manage. Now download the images one by one and upload them into Kling 2.6 along with their matching animation prompts. Since we're aiming for an ASMR style experience, make sure to use a video generation model that includes audio in the output. If you have enough credits, I also recommend setting a few shots to 10 seconds instead of 5. It helps the scenes breathe and feel more relaxing. As we mentioned earlier, keep no background music and no dialogue, only natural Foley and ambient sounds. And to keep everything calm and cinematic, I prefer setting the camera to fixed without any fancy movements. I'm going to fast forward now and generate the remaining images and video clips. Now that all the images and video clips are ready, download everything and place them into a single folder. Next, select all the clips and drag them straight into your video editor's timeline. From here, quickly preview the sequence. If needed, you can rearrange the order, trim a few shots, or scale certain clips to make the flow feel smoother. Once the visuals look good, it's time to add background music. The easiest option is the YouTube audio library. Just search for something soft like piano or ambient tracks, download one you like, and drop it into your timeline. For this example, I'm using a track called Lullaby. I downloaded it and added it as the background music. And that's it. Our cozy Ghibli-style video is ready. Let's play the final result. Now, let's go through a few practical tips that will make your videos better and your workflow much easier. Tip number 1. Balance the audio. If you're going for an ASMR style feel, lower the background music by around 5 to 10 decibels. This allows the natural ambient sounds, rain, footsteps, cooking, wind to stand out and feel more immersive. Tip number 2. Slow the clips slightly. You can comfortably reduce each clip to about 85% or 90% speed. It usually doesn't affect quality, but it makes the overall video longer and more relaxing. Tip number 3. Break long videos into mini episodes. Trying to build a full 10-minute video in one go can get confusing and overwhelming. Instead, split it into smaller mini episodes and work on them one by one. You can even ask ChatGPT to divide a long episode into mini episodes for you. This gives you better control and keeps everything consistent. Each mini episode can also have its own set of reference images. Tip number 4. Use reference images for environments and props too. Reference images aren't just for characters. For example, if the grandmother carries a bag in several scenes, generate a simple image of the bag and use it as a reference. If one mini episode takes place in a courtyard, use a courtyard reference image so it stays consistent across all shots. In the earlier output, you might have noticed the first and last shots showed different houses. That could have been avoided by using a reference image of the house. Tip number 5. Don't be overly critical. You can fix small things in Nano Banana Pro, but only correct obvious mistakes. If you chase perfection on every frame, you'll burn time and credits very quickly, and it's usually not worth it. Tip number 6. Automate when possible. You don't need coding skills for this. For example, in this workflow, manually copying image prompts and animation prompts every time can get tiring. There are simple automation tools that can streamline this, and I'll show you how to simplify it next. First, ask ChatGPT to break your long video into smaller mini episodes. Request the output as a CSV file with these fields: short number, mini episode, image prompt, animation prompt. You can also define rules such as consistent characters and environments, slow cinematic pacing, fixed camera, or motion style. Any prompt structure you prefer, ChatGPT will then generate a complete CSV containing all prompts for your video. Next, ask ChatGPT to build a Chrome extension that reads this CSV file and lets you copy prompts one by one. To connect it with Higgsfield, right-click the prompt text area, click Inspect, copy the underlying HTML/class name, share it with ChatGPT. This allows the extension to automatically paste prompts into Higgsfield. You can then specify features such as next/previous shot navigation, mini episode dropdown, prompt preview, one-click send to Higgsfield, auto-click generate button, delays between generations for automation, column mapping for different CSV formats. The first extension version may not work perfectly. That's normal. Just tell ChatGPT what's broken, what's not updating, what's not clicking. After a few iterations, you'll end up with a fully working automation tool. Once built, you can reuse this extension for every future video project. All you'll ever need is a new CSV in the same format. You can even keep upgrading it over time. It may sound complex at first, but if you're curious, try it at least once. After that, you'll basically have your own AI animation production pipeline.
So I hope the video was useful. So we saw the workflow, and this workflow can be replicated for any AI generated video you want to create. Be it Ghibli style, tweak it, make a renovation style video, tweak it and make a short film. It's up to you. However, in the upcoming videos, I'll be also sharing tutorials specific to those things. We'll also see the niches which we can currently explore and try making some money in YouTube. So if you feel this video was useful, consider subscribing. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.